Hello, movie lovers. This is Does It Hold Up? Oscar Redux Edition. Every week here on the channel, I go back in time to tell you who I think should have won 9 of the major awards in each year at the Academy Awards. We started all the way back in the year 2000. We are currently up to 2014. We are trying to get these in before the Academy Awards this year, 2025, happening on March 2nd. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. With me, as always, is the disembodied voice, Emily, who's going to be reading each category, who the nominees were, tell you who the Oscars chose, and then I'll tell you who I think should have won. Let's get started.
We are starting this week with actress in a supporting role. The nominees were Sally Hawkins, Blue Jasmine, Jennifer Lawrence, American Hustle, Lupita Nyong'o, 12 Years a Slave, Julia Roberts, August, Osage County, and June Squibb for Nebraska. The winner, Lupita Nyong'o, 12 Years a Slave.
Nope. Sorry. I think 12 Years a Slave is a good movie with some good performances, but I don't think it's as good as the Academy wants it to be and thought it was based on the amount of awards that this particular movie won. I'm taking away Lupita Nyong'o's award. I think she's a great actress. She's in a ton of good movies. She's always good, but at the end of the day, I'm giving it to June Squibb because her performance in Nebraska is so fantastic. And if you have never seen Nebraska, you need to do yourself a favor and go check that movie out, and then watch Thelma from 2024 to really see what June Squibb is all about. She's an incredible actress who I'm glad is finally getting more opportunities to be seen, and it all started right here in Nebraska, and she should have been the winner of this award.
Actress in a leading role. The nominees were Amy Adams for American Hustle, Cate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine, Sandra Bullock, Gravity, Judi Dench, Philomena, and Meryl Streep, August, Osage County. The winner, Cate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine.
I love me some Cate Blanchett. I think she's an incredible actress, and she always is just a good time whenever she shows up in a movie. But a few episodes ago, I took away Sandra Bullock's award for The Blind Side because I think that movie was mediocre. I think her performance was good in it, but not Oscar worthy. I'm giving it to her this year, though, because Gravity, not a great movie by any means, not a movie that I particularly enjoy as a big fan of space, but she's incredible in this, and the entire movie hinges on her damn performance. Like, if it's a terrible performance, this movie sucks beyond all recognition. But she's so freaking good in it that it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we giving it to her for playing some blonde, regular woman who talks fast, when this is the performance she should have got it for? Academy, I don't understand you sometimes. Cate Blanchett, she's always great. Sandra Bullock was better.
Moving on to writing adapted, the nominees were Before Midnight, Captain Phillips, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and The Wolf of Wall Street. The winner, 12 Years a Slave.
We already talked about this up top. I'm not a huge fan of this movie. I think the movie is incredibly overrated. Do you know what movie is incredible with its writing, though? Is Before Midnight. There's just no question here. Before Midnight should have won this award. I don't know why it didn't. This whole trilogy of movies, the Before trilogy, didn't really win a lot of awards, and I don't understand. It's one of the best written trilogies ever? Maybe? I just don't get it. I'm not the biggest Richard Linklater fan. Like, I like some of his movies. I think other ones are just so-so. Boyhood is not a good movie, and we'll get to that eventually. But at the end of the day, this movie is incredible, and it all starts at the script, so it should have won.
Next is writing original. The nominees this year were American Hustle, Blue Jasmine, Dallas Buyers Club, Her, and Nebraska. The winner, Her.
Her is the correct choice here. This is a wonderful movie with just everything going for it, but the story is what's really unique, and it has so many layers and such a good message behind it. And when I say good, I don't really mean like heartwarming, but I mean good as in like it's a message people need to hear. You're probably watching this on a phone right now, or on a computer, or somehow technology is currently a part of your life, and this movie has so much to say about it. It definitely deserved this award, and I'm glad that it got it.
Actor in a supporting role. The nominees this year were Barkhad Abdi, Captain Phillips, Bradley Cooper, American Hustle, Michael Fassbender, 12 Years a Slave, Jonah Hill, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Jared Leto, Dallas Buyers Club. The winner? Jared Leto, Dallas Buyers Club.
Boo. Boo this man. Are they saying boo or boo earns? No, we're saying boo. Jared Leto, no. Just no. Can he stop acting? I don't think he's a very good actor in pretty much anything he ever does. Was he okay in this? Sure. But it's like, you could have put anybody in this role and what would have changed, really, at the end of the day? He wasn't the star of this. It's Matthew McConaughey's movie. It's the story's movie. He just happens to be a piece of it, and not a very good piece to boot. So I'm definitely taking it away from him. I'm giving it to Jonah Hill for The Wolf of Wall Street because I think he outshines this movie, which is incredible when you think about who the director is, who the star is, how many other people they had in this movie. John Barenthal's in this movie. And Jonah Hill comes in and says, no. This is my movie, and I'm going to prove it in every single scene that I'm a part of. And that type of commitment and that type of drive and that type of performance should definitely be rewarded, so I'm giving it to Jonah Hill.
Actor in a leading role. The nominees were Christian Bale, American Hustle, Bruce Dern, Nebraska, Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street, Chiwetel Ejiofor, 12 Years a Slave, and Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. The winner? Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club.
This is the correct choice. And since this Academy Awards, a lot of people have discussed, well, maybe he should have not gotten it. Maybe it should have went to Leo. And I can tell you right now, he is the last on this list. I would give the award to any of these other people before I gave it to Leo for Wolf of Wall Street. He's fine in it, doesn't really matter. But Matthew McConaughey is the right choice. This dude was drowning in these stupid romantic comedies. And I love romantic comedies, but a lot of the ones he made were not very good. If you want an example, go watch Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. And better yet, don't go watch it. Don't do that to yourself. But this man went away from like the big movies and he reinvented himself as a serious actor. And before this, he was in a movie called Mud. That movie is incredible. He was in the True Detective TV series the same year as Dallas Buyers Club. Do yourself a big favor and go watch that. And then he hits us with this movie. This was a year for this man, and I'm glad that they recognized it.
Best Animated Feature. The nominees were The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, Frozen, and The Wind Rises. The winner? Frozen.
This wasn't a very good year for animated films if this is the 5 movies that they decided should get nominated for this award. I think some of the movies here are just okay. I think some of the other ones are a little overrated, looking at you, Frozen. So I'm definitely taking it away from Frozen. I don't think it really deserved it. I'm really, at this point, is kind of when I just got sick of the whole Disney-ified animation, where it's like every single movie looks exactly the same. They're always doing the same kind of stuff. They just didn't really challenge themselves. This is a very safe movie, and I know everybody's like, well, what about the female empowerment? That was a fantastic part of the movie. Go watch Brave. They've been there. They've done that. It's better in Brave. Frozen's just not a good movie. It has one good song. It's a couple good songs, let's not lie. Everybody wants to build a snowman. But it definitely doesn't deserve this award, so I'm taking it away, and I'm going to give it to Miyazaki for The Wind Rises. Is this Miyazaki's best movie? No, not really. But compared to these other nominees, it is far and away the best of these 5. It's such a unique animation. Yes, it's the Miyazaki style, but even between all of his movies, you can see clear differences. I can play you a scene from each one of his movies, and you can tell what movie it's from just from that scene. They don't all just look the same. And I think the Academy, over all the years, yes, right now as I speak, he has 2 Academy Awards, but let's go ahead and give him a 3rd.
Moving on to Best Directing. The nominees this year were Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity, Steve McQueen, 12 Years a Slave, Alexander Payne, Nebraska, David O. Russell, American Hustle, and Martin Scorsese, The Wolf of Wall Street. The winner, Alfonso Cuarón, Gravity.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love the fact that David O. Russell directed American Hustle. Yeah, I'm simplistic sometimes. I love the fact that it just rhymes. It's just kind of funny. How often does that happen with a director in a movie? Not that often, so it's whatever. Anyway, moving on to who I would choose. I would choose Alfonso Cuarón. I think he's the right choice for this. Gravity on paper is kind of boring. Don't get me wrong, the movie's also kind of boring, but with Sandra Bullock as the lead and Cuarón behind the camera, they really did create something that was rather special and kind of captured the entire world at the time, almost. And so I have to applaud that, and I'm glad that they got the award because out of these movies, that's the right choice.
And finally, Best Picture. The nominees this year were American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and The Wolf of Wall Street. The winner? 12 Years a Slave.
Wrong. It's not. I'm not going to talk much more about 12 Years a Slave. I've already said what I kind of need to say about it. It's just, in my opinion, not a very good movie. And I bet you're sitting there going, well, yeah, duh, you're going to give it to Wolf of Wall Street. That's the movie that should have won. And you're also wrong. It's okay. It's fine. That's your opinion, even if it's wrong. That's okay. But I'm giving it to Her. Yes, that's an outside-the-box pick, but at the end of the day, compared to every other movie in this category, Her is the only one that really has a lot to say and has a lot of connection to the people. Plus, it's just a really interesting looking movie with like this futuristic tech, but it's a very 1980s style. This does a really good job of creating an entire world that kind of pulls you in until things go wrong and then it kind of pushes you away. This movie is so well built from the ground up that there's no reason it didn't get more recognition than it got. It deserves so much more. So I'm definitely giving it to Her, Best Picture 2014 Academy Awards. All right, that's it for this week's Oscar Redux, going back to the year 2014 to redo the 9 big awards. And let me know in the comments below what you thought, because I know I made some very interesting choices in this one that I'm not sure you're all going to agree with. I'll be back again on Tuesday with a box office roundup, along with another Oscar Redux next week, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff so you never miss a video from us. And until I see you again, just remember to be good to yourself, kind to others, and keep watching movies.